Towards the end of May we had the European elections, and I think quite frankly not many people were getting too excited about them. The good news from my point of view is that the SNP, Scottish National Party, won these elections in Scotland with the highest share of the vote, and that's really quite unusual for a government that's been in power for quite some time and is very, very encouraging for us. So the result was that the SNP got 2 MEPs, Labour also got 2, the Conservatives got 1, which was exactly the same as previously, but the one that changed hands went from the Lib Dems to UKIP. Now, why did that happen? I think, for one, the Lib Dems are incredibly unpopular because they have been supporting a very unpopular Conservative government in London. But it's interesting that the vote went to UKIP, and clearly there is an issue with immigration, and people have been saying that to me on the doors as I've been going round and speaking to people recently. The reality is Scotland's population has not been growing enough over many years, and that's been one of the failures of the UK, that Scotland's population has either been falling or stagnant, and many of us have been worried about that. It's impossible to grow the economy, to create more jobs, to do more if your population is not rising. Now, one of the first problems we need to try and deal with is that many Scots have traditionally left Scotland to go perhaps overseas, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, or down to England or Ireland. So what first thing we'd like to try and do is keep people in Scotland, provide the jobs that we need here, and not have them all leaving. However, some people have already left, and we want to encourage them to come back. There is a shortage of people, especially in the engineering sector, for likes of Scottish Power and SSE, shortage of people in the North Sea, shortage of people in IT. So the jobs are there, but sometimes employers are saying to me that they cannot find local people to fill these jobs. And it's then, when we cannot find local people to fill the jobs, we certainly need to allow people to come in from overseas. That must be in a points-based system. If we need that particular skill, then we want to encourage people to come, because we do want to grow the economy, we want better services, and that means we need more people to pay more tax.